Welcome to the Squad Show.
How did you mess this up? Alright, that's the intro. Nice.
Okay.
Okay. Today we are
Okay,
talking about Star Wars, mainly the newest trailer, and Kathy Kennedy stepping down.
special guest,
Adula. Hello.
also known as Barton, because I'm gonna keep on referring to him as Barton.
Also known as
Yep.
I'm Dino.
And today we
Hey.
are talking about Star Wars.
Okie dokie. So, you guys want to talk about the Mandalorian trailer first?
Yeah, we do Mandalorian trailer.
Yep.
All right, sounds
Alrighty. Has everybody seen the Mandalorian trailer?
good. Yes.
Yep. Literally like 30 minutes after it came out.
I was watching it
Yeah.
in class.
Classic.
Uh, it took me a while for me to watch it. As of recording this, it's been a couple days since it came out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
today's
it's been
Um,
a week.
Yeah.
Wow, we were really slow.
Yeah, so it's been a while, but I feel like that gave us time to fully take in the trailer too.
Mm-hmm.
So comparatively to the first trailer, I personally think it was a lot better of a trailer.
Oh, it is so much
Um,
better. It is
Yeah.
not even
yeah,
close. This feels like it, because the best case scenario for the last trailer, like just judging off that trailer, if that was the only one, the best case scenario I had was that it would be as good as the Solo movie or something, maybe a little bit worse.
yeah,
That's what I was getting off
yeah.
from the first trailer. But this trailer, with like all the little things they like teased and stuff, this could be really good.
Yeah. Especially with we haven't had a Star Wars movie in almost 7 years. So they gotta come out with a bang.
Yeah, 2019 was the last time we got a Star Wars movie in theaters.
And it was Rise of
Um,
Skywalker.
yeah.
So peak, so peak.
But yeah, while I did think it was like a much better trailer from the last trailer, my opinions on the overall film and my hype for it are still relatively the same, just based on like how Mandalorian season 3 ended. I'm not too hyped about it. I feel I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm
Well,
not like super like pumped up about it yet. But I don't know. I feel like season 3 is kind of like it has kind of like killed my interest in this specific story. What do you guys think?
I would agree with you, but I think since we're not Mandalorian focused, like with like all the Mandalorians and stuff, I feel like this has a chance to be so much better and just to be a really fun. Because what I'm getting like Indiana Jones vibes, like types of fun. This is where it's kind of it doesn't take itself super seriously. There might be a bit of like slapstick, but then like the entire adventure is just a very joyous one.
Yeah, I kinda agree. I kind of feel like, funny enough, The Mandalorian is better where they focus less on the Mandalorians and kind of focus more on the Indiana Jones style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that because I feel like season 1 was very much like less about necessarily like Mandalorian traditions and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, well, I don't know whether you guys where your guys' opinion on is, but I think season 1 was the best season of The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and it's not really close. Although like season 3 has grown on me a bit, and like I like Bo-Katan, but they kind of did a disservice to her in the film. Also, isn't she like 70 when that show season 3 comes out? By the way,
Okay.
she's
So
Um,
like ancient.
yeah, because she's around the same age as Obi-Wan, and Obi-Wan was 57 when he died in A New Hope. This is
Like
what, 8 years after?
I'm just gonna double check this. She is estimated to be in her late 50s to mid 60s.
yeah, that she does.
Mhm.
She looks incredible for her age.
Yeah, he is not aged
Mainly
since
because
Clone.
she's played by someone in her 40s or 30s.
Yeah, it's kind of like Magneto and Charles in the rebooted X-Men version, where in the 90s they look like they're 30, even though they literally stopped World War III in Cuba. Mhm.
Of course, a movie has to do with stopping communism. The classic movie stereotype.
But yeah, I mean, I can see your point, where it does seem to be kind of more detached from the Mandalorian specific stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because I will say, like, kind of the stuff that it does like leave off from like season 3 that haven't really been like fully answered is like what's that one the Mythosaur, right?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. That's a loose end that hasn't been addressed yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, and this seems like very far away from that.
Yeah. There's also like getting Zeb and Embo. I wonder if Zeb
Oh
is
yeah,
gonna be like his sidekick for this show or this movie,
yeah,
like the third member of the party or something. Because that's based off like the his fight choreography and stuff. I feel like he's gonna be a massive part in this movie, at least in the second half.
yeah. I agree, and I'm assuming that it will have some sort of tie into like Ahsoka because you know that Zeb's also getting a much bigger role in that show too.
Yeah, it still blows my mind they didn't think of including Zeb for Ahsoka, or
Hey, that's a
as
good
we
point.
call it, the
Rebel season
sequel.
5.
Yeah, Rebel Season 5. Literally should not have ever been named Ahsoka. Even if Ahsoka was the main character of it, still shouldn't have called it Ahsoka.
Where's Chopper at though?
Chopper? Chopper was in.
Chopper was
Oh,
there.
Chopper is with Hera.
Yeah, Chopper
Chopper
was
was
with
where she
Hera
was
and
with,
Ahsoka.
Yeah, I
and
haven't watched
Jason.
it since it came out.
I just wonder what his like first. The first thing is definitely he's in doing another bounty hunter mission. It's gonna be a classic
Mhm.
like that, a really cool fight sequence in the beginning of the movie. That's what I think is gonna happen.
Yeah,
I think it's from what the vibes I got, it seemed like kind of like I don't know. It seems like this kind of like non-linear because like I don't know where the climax of this movie is going to go because it seems like from the trailer he was talking about like targets, him like knocking down like every single one on the New Republic's hit list kind of. Um, so it was like a mixture of like crime lords and Imperial remnant. So I'm not sure whether it's going to be like, well, I don't know what exactly would be the climax of this film if it even like follows like the typical structure, or whether it's going to be like this kind of non-linear like kind of story.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind if it leaves off on a cliffhanger if that means we're gonna get like another season, which would be cool. Granted, I don't know if Pedro Pascal would want to do more Mando, which I think he loved Mando season 1, and then it felt like season 2 and 3 he did not like playing Mando, but now he's come around and loves playing Mando again.
Hmm.
It's very weird. His willingness to like play Din Djarin is a little weird to me, and I wonder if that could be the reason why we never get a season 4. If we do get a season 4, that and the third season wasn't very good.
yeah. Maybe that was part of it. I guess it's just not great for the actors.
Yeah.
What is it? I mean, mine kind of goes in with the original. I think we'll eventually do. I think we will eventually get a season 4. Especially depending on how good this movie does.
Yeah.
Um,
Granted, there's
Mhm.
not like a whole lot of hype around it, but I feel like it's one of those movies where it's a popular franchise and it's going to be surprisingly better than people think. And then more and more people will watch it. So I feel like the week 2 box office will be very similar to the week 1 box office. I'm not sure if we've probably seen movies like that. I feel like Thunderbolts had a similar thing where not a lot of people saw it in the first week, but then more and more people saw it because everybody was saying how good it was.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and if it is like that, then that's probably exactly what Star Wars needs.
Yeah, because they spent all their money on freaking Andor. So they need to make
Yeah,
some money
That's a good
back.
point.
I also like I hope their budget's not super high. Like if it's like around 200 million, I feel like that's just a death sentence for Star Wars because movies really do not need to be that expensive.
no, yeah,
It's because you pay a person to do one minute detail when you could pay one person to do 3 of those things. It's a really bad like I don't
but
even know what you call it for movies nowadays, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it also like kind of adds to like the creativeness. It's like, oh, we don't have that much of a budget, so how are we gonna work around this?
Yeah.
And it doesn't work like all the time because it is a risk. It is a risk, but it it kind of like improves because it gives people more ideas or
Mm-hmm.
like ways to like problem solve around it,
Yeah, because like
which can lead to new ideas that were never considered before
yeah,
until that point.
you could tell because with Andor, you can tell all $600 million spent was just well worth it. Every single detail in that show is amazing. But then you look at like an Acolyte, which I like an Acolyte, but it's not. You could tell the budget was kind of skewed and not used appropriately, even though it's literally a third of the budget of Andor. It it looks way worse in almost every sense of it.
Yeah, that's very
Just
true.
just visually. Stories wise, it's yes, it's worse, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I also think it's because Andor they use a lot of like realistic settings in real places with little CGI, so it looks real and everything is real. Versus Acolyte, they use a little bit more CGI.
Yeah, that is very true.
So I
You were
guess
asking a question about Embo?
Oh, what do you guys think about Embo? If he
yeah,
is the final villain, I'm gonna be a little bit mad because he's not final. Like Cad Bane is final villain worthy. Embo is not final villain worthy. Embo's
yeah,
cool, and maybe it's because I play too much Swogo that he's kind of a meme character until Jabba's team he's really good with, but he was kind of a meme.
yeah.
I
I
feel
think
like
he's working for. Huh?
he's a secondary villain. I would say one
Yeah,
of the Huts has to
I,
be the final one.
yeah. That's what I'd assume. But why would the Huts be after Mandalorian and Grogu?
It's the other way around. It's
Yeah,
he's after.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, he's hunting down a bunch of them.
I'm fine with Embo. It's fine. I he does look really good for live action
He
because
does
it.
look amazing, though he's very slim.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit too much, but he looks incredible.
Um.
Better than Cad Bane.
I yeah. Yeah. 100%. I definitely don't think he's going to be the main bad though. Like again, like I don't know because the trailer did do like kind of a good job of not like revealing like what exactly is the climax of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So I don't know, and again, that's why I was kind of leaning towards like maybe this movie isn't exactly a linear movie, but more so like maybe a multitude of adventures in one. Um,
Is there an example of a non-linear movie? What would be an example of that?
Clone Wars, the movie.
no, because there's an end game with
Yeah,
That
that.
is true. Mm,
I'm trying to think. What's a non-linear movie? Have we like that? That's maybe not a documentary.
Because yeah, because it's like it's not really that like good of an idea because like a movie, it's like there's like a beginning, middle, and end, and it's a very good structure.
Yeah, I
Um,
guess what it could be is like each person on the hit list, it gets harder and harder. Like you're taking out like the grunts. Like Embo is one of the highest bounty hunters, and then you face a hut and then another hut or something. So I'm guessing it would just progress from more and more huts, and then you see one of like the huts conversing and how to stop Mandalorian from just destroying the hut cartel.
yeah, that could be like a good way of doing it. I don't know. I need to do. I'm very curious. There has to be a movie that does like it and has been like a non-linear kind of.
Let me look up non-linear movies. Pulp Fiction. Okay. Yep. Never mind.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
they said Inception too. I don't know if that's non-linear.
No, I don't think Inception.
Yeah,
The Odyssey as well, which yeah. No, because his plan is going back home, right? That's his plan.
I
He's
mean,
just
yeah, the whole story is about him going home, but I think the only thing with that is that there's like a crap ton of filler arcs.
Mhm.
in
I think
that.
it's kind of just really tough to pull off a non-linear story. I'm
No,
not sure if
it
Star Wars would
100%
be.
is, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Star Wars is or like the directors are in the right space to try and pull that off with Mandalorian.
Yeah. So maybe they'll try to do like something with Justin suggested, or maybe they're like keeping their cards very close to their chest, which kind of odd, kind of odd for modern day movies because I feel like every modern day movie like spoils everything nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, or it could be like the Rogue One approach, where you have a trailer that shows nothing that's in the movie.
Oh, that's also true.
It could be a Rogue One situation. So we could be, because I feel like Rogue One, because when people were talking about it, people weren't super. They're like, oh, this is probably just gonna be okay, but then it turns out to be one of the best Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's literally because they literally rewrote the entire thing, or the ending sequence, I should say. I believe most of the beginning and middle was the same, but the ending fight was basically completely different.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were all
Yeah,
supposed to escape, weren't they?
Yes, or at least most of them were supposed to live. Which,
I mean, that's definitely changed for the better.
yeah, you would not get Andor if they lived, I'll tell you that.
yeah.
Yeah.
No one would have the emotional connection of Andor. And like, still can't believe they made Andor based off that one line in the freaking alleyway with the guy he shoots. It's like
Yeah.
or based off like very little things Andor was saying. But you don't know what
Yeah.
I've seen or what I've been through. Was that with the guy in
Yeah.
the, or was that
No, that was
with
like
Jin? That was
that
with
was
Jin.
That was
after
Jin.
they killed Jin's dad. Or I mean
Uh,
the rebellion did.
yeah.
But anyways, is there anything else we want to talk about The Mandalorian before we move on to the next topic?
Oh, wait,
Mhm.
we're forgetting something. He goes into like a gladiator thing, right?
Oh yeah, against
In the
Jabba's
trailer.
son.
Yeah. What if like part of it is just him getting out? It's like a Ragnarok situation.
Oh yeah, where he fights Hulk.
Yeah. What if it's like that?
That'd be interesting.
Because
Oh yeah,
that's another
yeah.
thing. Because I forget that I was just scrolling through the trailer. Like he literally goes through this. That could be a major point in the movie of him just facing a gauntlet of warriors to get out, like in the middle part, and then like the end will be taking out one of the biggest huts or whatever.
Was he not like watching it though at
He
one point?
he was watching it and then he was participating.
Yeah. I don't
He
know whether it would be a gauntlet, maybe,
I,
but
I could see like it's a gauntlet, but the first one we watched the entire fight, and the last one we watched the entire fight, and then the ones in the middle, it does like that classic editing sequence where you just go, and the Mandalorian's moving on or whatever.
Mhm.
You know what
yeah,
I'm talking about? Yeah,
maybe.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Yeah. I do have one more question about Mandalorian that I kind of feel like we glossed over. So what are they gonna do with Grogu? Because like the whole part of like seasons 1 and 2 was Grogu leaving, then they bring him back in season 3. So what's left for him now?
He's just
Nothing. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Mando's sidekick.
I
Yeah,
guess.
he's just
Yeah.
relegated to Mando's sidekick at this point.
But
Yeah, but
I
now he's better with the Force.
honestly, it reminds me of Fern and Freerin in the show Freerin, which is funny. We were just watching that, but I
I
feel like
mean,
he's just taking Grogu under his wing. Which Grogu is 50 years old. How does a species have 50 years of being an infant? How do they progress in society? How do like, cause like Freerin is 1,000 years old, but she wasn't 1 years old for 20 years or 50 years. I mean, I guess we don't know, but
I mean that's why there are only like three canonically ones. But
yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like comparing Grogu to Fern
No, Fern's
is
definitely a better made character, but I mean, they're both like prodigies in their own right, and they
Yeah.
both are basically have a guardian after the previous guardians were killed off. Granted, Grogu's guardians, he remembers Kelleran back, and that's about it from the Jedi Order, and then he was basically sold off at one
I mean,
point.
I'll like admit that yeah, sure, the two characters do have like a very similar backstory, but like I think me and you can both admit that like Fern has like an actual like she has room for like growth and all that stuff, and
Yeah,
there's like a
that's a
clear vision
problem
for
when you have an infant that doesn't age.
that. Yeah.
Like we haven't even heard him say his first words yet.
I
That's a
guess
good
like
point.
the okay. I guess technically there is one thing, and the trailer did point it out. He's like, "Oh, I need to make sure I'm not gonna be there when I because he's gonna live long past me, and I need to teach him how to do stuff,
Yep.
which was already happening, but yeah,
They
I
should have
guess
pushed
that's the
back.
only thing
They
that
should have
could
pushed back the
really
season. They should have pushed back the season 2 finale to the end of season 3, just to the whole,
yeah.
and then just cut out Boba Fett.
Okay, honestly, watching the trailer now, it reminds me that like I feel like you don't need to watch the show to watch this movie. The more I'm thinking about it,
That's true.
like yes, minor things like him working for the New Republic would be spoiled and whatnot. But I feel like the overall, if there's really no Mandalorians and Zeb is our like character of the week for Mandalorian, is this in this movie? Then I feel like you could be a casual and watch it, or like yeah,
It definitely seems like that. Yeah, since it seems to be very separate from the plot of like season 3 and all the stuff that they were doing with that, with the Mandalorian culture and all that stuff. But yeah, are we ready to talk about our next topic?
yeah.
Oh
We
yeah,
forgot about
Kathleen Kennedy
yeah,
Kathleen
stepping
Kennedy.
Kathleen
down.
Kennedy.
The hot topic.
Hot topic only because of certain fan base of Star Wars. We love Star Wars
Yeah.
fans. We love Star Wars fans. Yippee yippee. She's like what in her late 70s, so this was coming sooner or later, I guess. This was always gonna happen.
She does look good for her late 70s.
Yeah, that's true. But it still blows my mind. Granted, I feel like Disney realized that she was definitely not the problem, and it was the directors, because she
Yeah.
could only do so much.
I honestly, I have like a different opinion. I don't even think it was necessarily the directors. I think it's more so from like Disney from the top itself above
Yeah,
Yes.
Kathleen
Bob
Kennedy.
Iger.
Yes, I think it's them giving basically directors who probably shouldn't have had the rights to Star Wars the rights to Star Wars. But you could, yeah, J.J. Abrams, even though, yes, he's a massive Star Wars fan, he did not, he wrote such a, he was basically so controlled by Disney because he wrote such a safe movie. Both movies actually are very safe.
Yeah.
And then
No, yeah,
Ryan
one,
Johnson,
100.
Ryan Johnson, low-key, would be perfect for Star Wars stuff.
Hot take. Hot take
Yeah,
if
very
there
hot
ever
take.
was one.
Honestly, I agree.
Just
Like,
based off how he writes things, like if he has his own set of characters, his Star Wars story would be way more intriguing than anything J.J. Abrams could ever do.
yeah.
Like you even see that with Tony Gilroy, with like his project, like Andor. If we really like went through Tony Gilroy's discography, did we really think he would be Star Wars bound? I should say.
I mean, even him himself, he said he didn't like Star Wars.
Yeah,
It made a
like
show
he
like
he
that.
did the Bourne
Yeah.
trilogy or like the Bourne franchise. Like he's not. It's kind of out of left field for him. But when you give someone like Tony Gilroy an opportunity, like then taking risks on like Tony Gilroy is such a good thing to do. So even if like you get a J.J. Abrams or who's the lady who did Acolyte, like even if you
I
take
forgot her
risks
name.
on those ones, or
Deborah, I think, or something
yeah,
along the lines of that.
or who was John Favreau the one who made Boba Fett?
I think he was part of it. Him, Dave, like it was
Yeah, I
that
think it
kind
was mainly Favreau and Dave.
On like literally the sloppiest slop, or who made Kenobi?
same people, I think, right?
Kenobi was it was another director of the Mandalorian series. I forgot who
Oh,
it was because the
Joby
Mandalorian series
Harold.
was all of them together, and then they kind of just split their directors for their
yeah.
own like kind of shows.
Hmm.
Joby Harold.
Uh,
He directed the recent Transformers, John Wick 3, or he's a part of John Wick 3. The 2023 Flash. Okay, so he's very hit or
Oh,
miss.
yeah.
Novocaine. Was he a writer on Novocaine? No. I, I don't even know. I feel like they should take more risks with more directors. Because, like, John Favreau, not John Favreau kind of sucks. Ever since I feel like he's Low-key, he's kind of only Iron Man, and that's the only thing I ever want to see him a part of.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, most Marvel directors kind of suck.
I mean, they
Dang.
kind of
Okay.
do
All
like the
right.
same thing.
Justin, I feel like you're like setting
Yeah,
down
he's
all the hot
yeah.
takes.
You're clip farming right now.
Well, how's this clip of? Don't we agree?
I mean,
Have we
yeah.
seen Endgame? Like,
That
I'm
is
not
true.
speaking irregular. I am just.
You're not wrong.
Have we seen Endgame? The Russo brothers freaking choked.
Yeah.
But like,
I feel like yeah, I do kind of agree with Endgame. It is the most safe way you could have done it.
Yeah, it was. They just choked it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't mind Endgame. I honestly kind of like Endgame and how it kind of
I
wraps
agree with
up.
that too.
But
I just think it was safe to
I
go
think
time
you
travel.
can like something and also still be disappointed by it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
yeah,
also
yeah.
true.
because
Oh
that's
yeah,
how
that's
I
fair.
feel.
That's fair.
Because yes, it is good, but Infinity War was so much better than it had. Like by far the best Marvel movie to that point, and to get Endgame as the actual finale was very much a letdown, and definitely makes it
I,
me hate the movie more than I probably should.
I don't like. I can like. I fully agree that Infinity War is like significantly better than Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
I just like I don't know. I kind of went into it knowing that no matter because they have to do so much in that movie.
Yeah.
They have to do so much with that movie, and I'm like thinking to myself, okay, yeah, it's probably going to be a lot more of a mess. In fact, like the fact that Infinity War is as like clean and solid and like well paced as it is when juggling that many characters is a feat in its own.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
And in order to replicate that, especially for something like as big as like Endgame 2, like I knew going in it probably wasn't going to top Infinity War. So I guess I wasn't as disappointed as you were.
Yeah.
So I
I
kind
like
of
how
just like
I like when we started talking about
accepted.
Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are getting off topic.
But it's
I mean,
mainly
it's fun.
because we are talking about directors and like what directors could be. I feel like any A24 director could work as well. I feel like a Star Wars horror film could work so well.
Yeah,
Star Wars
yeah.
Like
Vader horror
maybe
film.
you play as like a rebel or no, honestly, this is literally from Battlefront 2, but if you play like if you watch from a stormtrooper's point of view, going to planets that are literally terrifying, right?
Mhm.
Because the Empire wants to have a base there. You just follow a squadron of stormtroopers as they slowly get taken out. Like that sounds like granted, would a lot of people watch that? I'm not sure, but it sounds really like an interesting topic.
Yeah. It sounds like a
I
cool.
mean,
I
Star
feel like
Wars is like yeah, like such a like vast universe that you could basically fit any genre into
Mhm.
it, and it
Mm-hmm.
would work.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to
Um,
actually talk about the Star Wars games that are coming out?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because we're like 30 minutes in, and we kind of already moved past Kathleen Kennedy
Yeah.
stepping down.
Sure.
But like I'm really hyped for the Old Republic game. That game, granted, we're probably gonna get it like 2020. I think they said 2027.
Yeah.
If we get it, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's Fate of the Old Republic, the racing game.
Mm. The racing game, I still don't understand why they just didn't call it pod racing.
Yeah, Galactic Racer. Is it more than just pod racing? Is
I'm
that the goal?
guessing. I'm guessing. Because it could be like kind of like if racing games has cars and motorcycle racing and
Mhm.
truck racing. I guess you can't call it like NASCAR unless it's just a NASCAR based game. So I'm guessing there's multiple types of racing,
Yeah.
like pod
Yeah.
racing. Pod racing is probably gonna. I hope they make pod racing way harder than normal racing.
Make it as hard as the Lego game.
Yeah, just make it
I don't know.
the hardest
I'm
challenge. I
like the
hope there's a
racing game.
campaign.
Huh?
I hope there's a campaign at least.
Oh yeah. The racing game for me, I'm not too hyped about. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
um, Racing games aren't kind of my thing.
Mine either now.
However, one game that I'm actually kind of hyped for that's supposed to come out is the Zero Company game. The like strategy, like
Oh,
role play kind of one.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one I'm actually very curious about. Because it's like you got like different characters and it's I don't know. I much prefer the role play aspects since I've been getting more into Dungeons and Dragons recently. So
Yeah. It's a
Mm.
turn-based game. Ooh, we've seen turn-based Star Wars games before. There's also Star Wars Eclipse.
Eclipse.
Yeah, I don't know how to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Eclipse.
What
But
do we know about that game so far?
open world, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
High
is it an
Republic.
MMO?
Um,
I think I'll just look it
let me
up.
check.
I'm looking it up. Action adventure game. Okay, set in the High Republic. High Republic is the most underrated era. It's actually
Yeah.
so
Oh
good.
yeah, I am.
Yeah, it definitely needs to be utilized a lot more.
Yeah, the only problem with it is that they have to make the Sith so hidden because the Sith
Yeah.
weren't found out until
Yeah, that's true.
freaking Darth Maul. Or if
What if
Yeah.
they
they did?
do show the Sith, they have to cover it up. I guess they could cover it up, right? I've only read a few books of High Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of do like
I
how they
mean,
portrayed the Sith and the Acolyte though.
Yeah, but then they cover it up.
Yeah, they did. Like it was all like, I mean, for the most part, I'm pretty sure it was like a big scandal with like the Jedi, and then they covered that up along with the Sith. But we'll never see how it ends.
Yeah, they blamed it all on Soul losing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
yeah.
Soul is the best Jedi. Bro's my goat.
I mean, best Jedi. He's not a great Jedi, but he's a really good character.
Best character.
Yeah,
Best
Yeah.
Jedi character. Maybe not the best. A little bit too like Anakin coded in a way. Too emotional. Too connected to a person.
yeah. Going back to like the gaming aspect in terms, because we don't have that many Star Wars games to like go off, especially like back then compared to like when LucasArts was a thing, LucasArts
Mhm.
games.
Yeah, they're pumping
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
games. 3 games
There's
a
like
year
3
or
games a
something.
year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, what kind of games do you guys want to see come out?
I think
Let's talk about
we need a new RTS Star Wars.
yeah.
Like a new space battle or like control troops because now we have another era you can have and even then the Clone Wars era wasn't as developed as it could be now.
That's also true.
Yeah.
It's like a new RTS for Star Wars is definitely what I want.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there used to be more like online games because I feel like there's just not a lot to play for Star Wars.
Yeah, well, because Battlefront 2 can only be so much fun because the game is so bad in terms of its bugs
That's a good point.
and
Yeah.
how much things actually work and the character, like how the characters are made, they're just poorly designed.
Mm-hmm.
And like I can only play Galactic Assault. That's about it.
Yeah. You can only go on a kill streak so many times and have fun.
Yeah, go on a kill streak or like lose your mind while your teammates run it down in HVV or something.
Yeah, go and push an entire team, and then leave you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very true. I personally want like a multiplayer dueling game.
Yeah, that'd be
Something
fun.
at least something on
Ooh.
the lines of that.
Yeah.
Or like a Marvel Rivals but Star Wars. Granted, they tried that, but they did the greatest
They
idea
executed in
I've
the
had.
worst way
The
possible.
greatest Star Wars idea. Let's have a Star Wars shooting game and not have any characters from any of the shows, movies, books, anything. Why did they ever think that was gonna work?
And then put it on mobile too.
Honestly, one of the worst because like Marvel Rivals probably wouldn't be as popular as it was if Star Wars had their own game because they would probably split player bases.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and Hunters came out first. They
Hunters came out
had the
first, yeah.
opportunity.
It's so bad. Like Marvel Rivals, it does have its flaws. Like I feel like some of their characters are relatively poorly made. I'm looking at you, Black Widow, but even then, like it's still such a fun game. I feel like if Star Wars had that, I would literally play that nonstop. Honestly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think all of us would.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I think we prefer like heroes over. I'm not sure about you guys, but I prefer hero games like League of Legends and Marvel Rivals over just straight shooter games. But I feel like we kind of need one of each.
Like if there's a
Yeah.
Star Wars League of Legends, holy, that would be insane. Granted, that I feel like that would take so long to make.
Yeah, that's true.
A Star Wars MOBA.
It's definitely not impossible. They could definitely do
No.
it.
Yeah, I just don't know who would you ask to make that? Like who makes
The
Smite?
League of Legends devs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, ask Riot Games because I don't. Because League of Legends and Dota 2 are like the two most popular MMOs, or not MMOs, MOBAs. But that's kind of whenever one comes out, it kind of lasts for 2 months and then disappears every single time a MOBA comes out.
That's
Yeah,
true.
because League's gonna take over. Because everybody goes back to League.
Yeah, League and then Dota 2 is very no. Dota 2 is actually extremely popular. You just have never met someone who's played Dota 2. It's crazy. It's unironically an extremely popular game with high. There's also there's Mobile Legends as well, which is a mobile game that's a MOBA like League, and it steals a lot of characters from League. But that is very popular. But that's more popular in Asia than it is, especially Southeast Asia.
Oh yeah, we also got, I guess, the mobile Star Wars game that's also coming out that apparently has something to do with cards.
Oh,
Ooh, new card. I actually bought Star Wars cards recently. They're pretty sick.
I'm so have you guys like played Marvel Snap?
I did a little bit, but then I deleted it because I got bored. But is it? Do you think it would be similar to that?
I have a feel. I mean, Marvel Snap was like majorly successful, and I would be surprised if they went into the thing and said card game, not Marvel Snap.
Yeah.
Because like we already have like a card game trader, app for Star Wars. Um,
Oh yeah, we do.
yeah. So it has to be at least like some sort of like gameplay aspect to it.
We need a Star Wars game where you could just play Sabacc. That's what I want.
That is also true. That is
Yeah,
also
that's
true.
I actually know how to play Sabacc because I played it so much at Outlaws. Because Loki, I would just load up Outlaws and then play Sabacc against Lando. That's all I did. Which spoilers, Lando's in Outlaws. But that's all I would do, and I know how to play Sabacc. And Sabacc is Loki really fun. I wonder, can you buy a deck of Sabacc?
Oh yeah, I have one. I have one. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy that and then make my family play Sabacc.
Yeah, I have a deck of Sabacc.
Is there
But
not a way to play online?
I'd be surprised if there wasn't, but Disney might have taken it down. I don't know.
Yeah, Sag.
Do you have any more topics?
No, I think we can call it for
I
the
think
day. We're at
we can call it in.
43 minutes. Not bad.
Yeah.
All right, Justin, do you want to do the outro?
All right, if you guys enjoyed watching this video, make sure to watch future videos. We should have a episode once a week, a podcast once a week, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.